Welcome back. So let's discuss history again. Today we are going to discuss the non-cooperation movement, the causes that led to the non-cooperation movement. So during the First World War, the Congress cooperated with the British. Gandhiji urged the Gujarati peasants to join the army if they wanted to win Swaraj. But the events of 1919, like the Khilafat wrongs, passing of the Rowlatt Act, and the Jallianwala Bagh massacre, greatly disillusioned Gandhiji. He turned from a cooperator to a non cooperator and decided to start the non cooperation movement. Non cooperation is a way of protesting in which one does not cooperate with the evildoer. Gandhiji asked the people not to assess the foreign government to rule over them. Gandhiji said, non cooperation with evil is as much a duty as is cooperation with the good. So during the First World War, what Gandhiji felt that if at such a crucial juncture when the British are in dire straits and they earnestly required military and monetary help from all its colonies, especially India, we should cooperate with the Britishers, hoping that the Britishers would be grateful for India's help towards the military cause in the First World War, and they would grant us Swaraj. He even requested his countrymen, especially the Gujarat people, the Gujarat youngsters, to join the army if they wanted Swaraj. But all this turned out to be false because when the war was about to end and when the war ended, the British had different policies in mind, especially what they did with the Turkey king. The Turkey king, who was the Caliph, he was considered the religious head of the Muslims all over the world. And Turkey in the First World War was fighting against the Britishers. The Turkey empire was under the Axis forces and the British were from the Allied force. These two forces were fighting war against one another, and the Allied forces turned out to be victorious. So the Turkey Caliph, he was removed from his throne, he was dethroned, and in his place a puppet emperor was placed. So this was one wrong that he had done. Secondly, the Jallianwala Bagh massacre, when the peasants of Punjab and Uttar Pradesh, they assembled at Jallianwala Bagh for the Baisakhi festival, they were unaware of the curfew that was prevalent in the city. They assembled at Jallianwala Bagh. Jallianwala Bagh is a small maidan which was covered on all four sides by huge walls. There was only one narrow entrance to this maidan. General Dyer, he came and he stationed his men across the only entry point or the exit point and asked his soldiers to fire upon the peaceful gathering. The soldiers fired till the last bullet, in which thousands of innocent lives were lost in the stampede that followed after the firing. This was a grave wrong. And then the Rowlatt Act, the passing of the Rowlatt Act. The Rowlatt Act was an act in which the government could arrest anybody without any inquiry. If the government had a doubt that certain person or certain group of people are involved in anti-British activity, they could arrest this person on the basis of the doubts that they have, and without any inquiry, without any warrant. This act was termed as the Black Act. So all these things led to the non-cooperation movement.